In just 3 days' time, updated foreign agents legislation takes effect in Russia, as does FSB Order No.547, regarding the list of information about military technical activity of Russia that can be used to harm Russia's security if obtained by foreign sources. This is significant. Nezavisima Gazeta explains. The logic of the new legislation is that now anyone can be declared a foreign agent, and from the 1st of December this can be done without warning. For example, topping the FSB list is information involving an assessment of or prediction of how the military, political or strategic operational situation will develop. This opens part 1 of the document concerning information about military activity which does not constitute a state secret. In other words, spreading information that is not classified, that is not a state secret, can still get you into trouble. A lot of people into trouble. As the paper notes, almost all active users of the internet make assessments and predictions, for example, about the special operation in Ukraine. The paper says the aim of the legislation is to wean citizens away from excessive freedom of expression, in other words, to silence critics. Meanwhile, an economist in today's Moskovsky Komsomolets calls for the nationalisation of strategic sectors of industry, the formation of military, industrial and economic management of a particular kind. Experience worldwide shows that any war demands this. Interesting, he uses the word war. If Russia wants to win, it will have to centralise and mobilise its economy and restructure everything on a military footing. Slightly odd photo in Komsomolskaya Pravda of Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov meeting Vladimir Putin. And on the subject of Putin, something I find astonishing in the government paper Rossiyskaya Gazeta. By now perhaps I shouldn't be surprised by anything I see or read here, but even so, first we have this headline: Vladimir Putin awards 7 Russian women the title Hero Mother for giving birth to lots of children. And we hear from the happy mothers, Yelena Kataeva, who has 15 children. She says, when children grow up and become fulfilled people, you forget the problems. Only happy events remain. Angela Akhmatova has 10 kids. I find such joy in their success. Then, same page, and on the front page, we see Putin meeting soldiers' mothers, including mothers whose sons have been killed in Ukraine. The president claims to share the pain of mothers who've lost sons in the special operation. The operation, the invasion, which he ordered. And he tries to comfort one mother by saying, we all have to die sometime. What's important is what kind of life you lived. Some people die of drink or in car crashes. Your son really lived. He didn't die in vain. So on one page, the state encouraging mothers to have lots of children, the joys of motherhood, and the grief after the state has sent its young men into battle. Reading this made me think of 2 things. Last week, the Irkutsk governor quoted the words of his mother when he was enrolling in a military academy. From now on, you don't belong to me, to the family, you belong to the state, to the motherland. And the other thing I was reminded of was the sign I saw outside a maternity hospital in St. Petersburg, where Putin was born. For 250 years, we've been serving the fatherland. Babies for the fatherland. Russia is a country where the state takes precedence over the individual.